Let's talk a little bit about the Combustion series right now.
The Combustion series was, it was a survival plan, actually. We live in Canada. We have to pay Canadian mortgages, Canadian gas prices, Canadian labor rates, and that all affects the cost of our instruments. You can only drive your costs down so far. So as a result, instruments made in North America are expensive by nature. That's just the way it is. So that really limited the number of customers we could have. Mm-hmm. And when the economy started tanking, it took out so many small builders. I mean, it cut a lot of the major manufacturers. It cut them in half. There was a finishing company based in Philadelphia that had been around since the 1800s, and they were the main supplier to the music industry, the guitar industry, and the piano industry. It took them out.
Oh, yeah.
It killed their business, the recession in 2008, 2009. So we had to survive, and the only way that we were going to do that was if we could expand our market, and the only way we could do that is if we could have an instrument that was significantly less expensive, and that required going to another country. It required going to China and having some manufacturing help out there. So what we did was we designed an instrument based on not a copy of what we're doing, but basically a simplified version of our Afterburner series, which was our number one seller at that point. But we did it differently. Instead of just sending them plans and having an instrument come to us and say, yeah, that's great, and ship it off, we actually sent them truss rods we made in Canada. We sent them pickups we made in Canada. We sent them preamps that were made in the United States, strings that were made in the United States. The only thing that was different was that the manufacturing process was done in China, and then the instruments would come back with all North American components, come back to Canada, and then we'd take the whole thing apart and we'd get it as close to a Canadian shop fit and finish and set up as possible.
Wow.
We like to call it a world instrument, where it was North America, Canada, and China all working together to create this sort of hybrid instrument.